What's up, good folks? I said, what's up, good people out there? It's your boy Plastic Addict, and I'm coming to you with the full review of the Lizard Build-A-Figure wave by Marvel Legends. Hasbro has brought us a great wave in this first quarter of 2018. What I'm going to be showing you today, I'm not going to be going over each individual figure in articulation because I think it's really redundant. They're Marvel Legends. They articulate just about the same. You've seen it time and time again from other reviewers and also by you owning some of these figures yourself. So, but what I will do, I will highlight each points that may be a little bit different as far as accessories or features concerning a certain figure. But I will show you a close-up of each one of these figures, and definitely get into the man of the hour at the end, the Lizard Build-A-Figure in totality. All right, sit back, relax, and enjoy the review. Okay, who we got up first is Mysterio. Mysterio is a classic Spider-Man villain, and it was a very must-want for most Marvel Legend collectors and collectors alike to have a Mysterio in their collection. So, real quick rundown: Mysterio, this fishbowl and cape is attached in one. You got a peg hole. You got a peg hole here in the back and the peg, and you can securely fasten that cape down there in the back to his back. This white head scope is now being issued. It's being called the variant. When this figure first came out, it actually came out in green. So if you got this figure when it was first dropping in Canada and abroad, then you actually have the green, or you may be buying it off of eBay, which they are selling it in green. But if you find it in stores, you're going to get it in white. Head does not look down or up, or it looks up just a bit, but down is not even there. So it's because of probably the fishbowl. It's my guess, my educated guess. He does have hinges in his wrists, and they also do swivel. Arms can come above 90. All right, he has double jointed knees, double jointed elbows. He does have a bicep swivel, all that good stuff that you know your Marvel Legends come with. Also, for accessories, he comes with these almost translucent kind of tentacle type accessories. They're used to place this U-shaped. You can place it right around his feet. This here, you stand him straight up. Now my Mysterio did come out the package a little bit loose in the ankles, but that's probably just my copy. You can fix the loose joints with floor cleaner. No big deal. So you can attach them. You can have the effects, however you so choose. But it's a Marvel Legend, y'all. Mysterio, much needed, great figure. Also with Mysterio, he does come with the Build-A-Figure piece, and this would be his left leg. Lizard's left leg. Next on deck, we have Spider-Woman. Now, Spider-Woman, just like all Marvel Legend figures, she does not have an efficient ab crunch, but she does crunch back a decent amount. Comes forward that amount. No double jointed elbows, like I said. No females. Well, I'm not gonna say no females anymore because they are starting to do some females with double jointed elbows. But she does not. She has a single jointed elbow. She does not have a boot swivel. She does have a thigh cut. double jointed knees. And her one accessory is her glasses. Her glasses are removable. You can remove her glasses to come off, or her sunglasses or sun visors. And they stay on at pretty good, not too bad. And she can turn to the left and to the right of her midsection. Also, her other accessory that she came with is the lizard torso. Comes with the lizard torso with the jacket attached. So they go with Spider-Woman. Okay, up next we have Spider-Man Noir. Spider-Man Noir is also Spider-Universe. Accessories first this time. He comes with 2 blasters. They're not really considered guns because they're in no form of a real actual gun. So I like the look of this character. I like the details and, you know, the texture that they put on top of his head. We've seen this jacket before. He does come with the holster for just one of his blasters. This is done also with the Ghost Rider mold and buck. So, but again, he is a nice looking character. I think they did a great job with him. He can crunch forward, right? He can stand straight up or lean back. He does not lean all the way back. Matter of fact, if we take his jacket off, which we'll do next, we'll see how much further he can lean back. But he does have double jointed knees, double jointed elbows, does have bicep swivel, all of that good stuff. His waist can also swivel from side to side, which is good. And if you position him just right, you can have his cape or his coat looks like it's blowing in a wind like this here. So you can get him in some pretty dynamic poses. His head does look up quite a bit or enough. Does look down quite a bit. But let's get a look at him, how he looks with his coat actually off. Let's see here. So with his coat actually off, now you can really see that Ghost Rider buck just shining through, definitely. But still, it's a decent buck. It's not bad. You know, they did a pretty decent job giving Spider-Man Noir the look that he's supposed to have in the comics. So can't complain too much about that. At least it doesn't bother me at all. So lastly, he does come with Lizard's left arm. For accessory wise, I guess if you can count that as an accessory, and the coat as an accessory, also the 2 guns. But this wave is really lacking in accessories because I believe Hasbro blew their wad and their budget on just making the Lizard and trying to give us the Lizard that they want to give us. Okay, so up next we got Lasher. Now Lasher, for accessories, he has his tendrils. There's 4 tendrils that he comes with and they attach in the back. Now each tendril, for those who don't know, they also have shapes. You can match the shapes up with where they're supposed to be placed. So once you match the shapes up where they're supposed to be placed, each 4 has a different shape to it. So once you match those up, they fit and they look just like this. Again, same articulation as all the other Marvel Legends with double jointed elbow, with the males anyway, with double jointed elbows, wrist hinge and swivel, right? Double jointed knees, ankles can rock up and also pivot. I mean hinge and pivot. So he does have a great ab crunch back and forward, which is good. His color is nice. I do love the way they put his color on and different shades of green. That's really nice. This buck we also have seen before. This buck is coming from, was it Superior Venom? Now As you can tell, it's the same buck. They got the same hands. They also do have the same feet. Everything's the same. Even Superior Venom had those shapes in the back where you can match up. But the only difference is these tendrils on Superior Venom came off super easy. When Hasbro redid the tendrils for Lasher, they fit in and stay in. The other tendrils that I have for Superior Venom are around here somewhere. I have 2 of those guys. But definitely, this is also a great figure. Even though we've seen it again, I still love the repaint and the remake. They did a great job with it. Also, Lasher for accessories comes with Lizard's head. Lizard head is here. Great job in the eyes. His tongue sticking out. All good. Nice detail, scaly effect. It's looking real good. All right, up next we have Prowler. Prowler is a pretty decent character. I follow him just a little bit, not too much. Don't know a great deal about Prowler, but I do know he is a black character. Underneath his cowl, he's a black guy. Also, nice looking design on Prowler. You know, can't be mad at this design. Can't hate on it at all. Only thing I do and don't like is how loose this cape is. They could have done something a little bit better, form fitting. I mean, it just comes off real easy. Do have a peg hole in the back, and he does have a peg hole in the back, and he has the peg right there. But what good is it going to do if it just swims around and stays loose on his neck like this? I mean, they could have done a better job with designing this cape. Maybe maybe an actual cape coming from the back, or if you pin the cape in the back, you know, have a cloth cape coming. I mean, that would have been cool. But again, we're talking about Hasbro here, and we can't expect too much from a $20 figure. I mean, let's really be realistic about it. These Marvel Legends are priced retail at $20, so what we're getting for $20, I mean, we're just going to have to take it or leave it. And that's just a simple fact of it. Everybody has complaints and gripes, but it's still a decent figure for $20. For accessories, he also comes with the right leg of the Lizard Build-A-Figure. So this is the Lizard Build-A-Figure right leg, which is looking pretty nice. Nice paint and nice, you know, got the holes in his ripped purple pants. So pretty good. Another tip. When you come in, well, mine's anyway, when I was bringing them out the package, these ankle gauntlets or shin guard gauntlets, they were extremely loose. All you gotta do to fix that is just push that way up on his shin. As soon as you push it up on his shin, it stays on like it was glued on. I mean, it's a tight fit. So that was just a little small thing to note about the Lasher. All right, so up next we have Punk Spider-Man. This is also a great figure. This is actually my favorite figure from the wave. I know everybody was loving or wanting the Mysterio. I as well, but getting this guy in hand, I'm probably biased because I just love Spider-Man. That's my #1 Marvel. My favorite Marvel character is Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. So definitely this one here, Spider-Punk, stands out to me in the wave. He's just so very different, especially with the spikes he got going on at the top. Definitely the look of course, the look of him, he looks like you know, any other Spider-Man that we got from Marvel Legends. Comes with a guitar, very plain guitar. Definitely, if you got the skills and the ability, you can repaint that guitar and make it look something totally awesome. To give you a full glimpse of the guitar, it does looks like a guitar. In the back, I mean, you got your little knot holes, but they're basically sculpted on. But this can turn out to get painted real well. You know, you got your straps, and the straps do come off because you can unpeg them, so you can have the guitar loose, or you can have him always holding the guitar around his neck. They did a fairly decent job. My copy, Paint Apps, looks smooth. He does also come with the guitar pick. The jacket is pliable. You can take the jacket off. It's to be replicated as like a jean jacket, FSMN friendly or FNSM friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's looking really good. I like the way they did the jean effect on the jacket. Everything's looking really dope. He got his feet heat intact and in order, simulating some Chuck T's, which is always dope. Figures with feet heat really stand out to me. I mean, come on, yeah. Feet gotta look nice, you feel me? You gotta look nice from head to toe. Get it done right. But with this character here, I just thought he was just really different and really dope to have. Also, this character, as far as accessories, comes with a rock on hand. I mean, in shots, it can look just like a whip hand, but this is basically, you know, your rock on sign hand for rock and roll band player members. And also he comes with a fisted hand. So, and as far as the Lizard Builder figure, he comes with the right hand of the Lizard Builder figure. Right hand for Spider-Punk. Did a good job there on this right hand. Looking good. Got the holes and the tatteredness sculpted in there. Looks great. But yep, that is Spider-Punk. Okay, so last but certainly not least, we have Gwenpool. Now, Gwenpool is probably my second favorite. I'm gonna put it at third favorite in the wave, right after Mysterio. So Punk, Mysterio, Gwenpool. And the reason why I like Gwenpool is not because I know a whole bunch about her character, but she comes with a lot of accessories. She's the figure that comes with the most accessories. She comes with 2 katanas. She also has her penguin backpack here. She got the, you know, the satchel here, or with her pouches. Also, she comes with a extra head sculpt with her tongue sticking out there, which is real cool. And she got the dupe coming off the back, a little drip. That's also on the other head sculpt as well. She also comes with 2 heart shape, and you know, when she forms the heart shape with her hands, they don't really hold anything that she has, but she can make that heart symbol with her hands, which is pretty cool and unique. We never got anything like that before. Also, she comes with the peace sign hands. Peace, peace, peace. Also, her cell phone holding hand, and that's to grip her cell phone for selfies and such like that. And with obviously, she fainted. You know, she's not used to this limelight, so she fainted. But obviously, with the cell phone holding hand, you get the cell phone. So that's pretty dope, and that's pretty cool that you get that with her. Also, you have a place to stick the cell phone right here in her pouch. And Hasbro didn't have to do that, but they did, and I'm glad they did. So kudos to Hasbro for that, and that's why she's my second favorite of the wave. I mean, when you get a $20 figure and you get a bunch of accessories, it makes you feel like you're winning, right? But just like all other Marvel Legends female characters, you know, she can swivel from side to side with her waist. Obviously, she can't come down none at all. She can come back a little bit there. Just one placement, one click, if you rather. And she does have a thigh swivel right here, double jointed knees, and then the ankles, and then of course the hinge. So Gwenpool even though she's very limited because that's how Hasbro do their female characters. They limit their articulation. She still is a great character to have. Also, as far as the Build-A-Figure piece or accessories, whatever you want to call it. Fainted again. Come on, Gwenpool. We're almost done. It's all good. So, comes with the lizard tail. Now this tail does articulate into 3 places. One here and another there. And then also when you attach, I guess you can say 4, you can, you can swivel because it's got that ball. But we'll take a better look on the tail articulation as we are approaching the Build-A-Figure next. So here we go. And then you have the scaly representation of the tail that they sculpted in there, which is looking really good. And to match them up, they got the colors right, so you can match that tail up. So that's looking really good. Can't complain too much about that. I know a lot of people wanted bendy wire, but you know what I mean? With bendy wire, sometimes it can wear out, right? When you got that bendy wire and you bend it so much, it can wear out, and then you have nothing left. And then now you're trying to call Hasbro hotline. Oh, I need another tail, but guess what? You got a hinge here, right? And you got a hinge here. Use your imagination and articulate it with the abilities that they gave us to articulate it in, and you'll be all right. So there you go. All right, so before we actually move on from Gwenpool, I just want to point out that the backpack, the penguin backpack that she has, does house the 2 katana blades that she has. So that's very important to mention, that you can do that, and that Hasbro gave us a housing port for these blades to seat in. But that is Gwenpool, my second favorite from the wave. All right, so here we go. The man of the hour, Curtis Connor, aka better known as Lizard. Now, the Lizard, he is another classic Spider-Man villain. The Lizard, he's one of my favorite Spider-Man villains besides Mysterio, and obviously Hobgoblin, Green Goblin. Love those guys. Also Rhino, all those guys are pretty dope. But Lizard, the way Hasbro gave us this Lizard figure, I have, some gripes, some complaints, but at the same time, I learned in my life to be grateful of what you do have and what you get. So I'm grateful. Lizard, he has a lot of physical attributes from the comics, even though he's hunched over and he looks like he's not agile. He actually is. I think his top speed is like 45 miles an hour. His tail speed, which he can whip his tail, is 70 miles an hour. The guy can lift like 12 tons. Like Lizard, he's bad ass. Let me just tell you, this is a badass villain. Curtis is the man. Experiment gone wrong, but also turned out to be a great Build-A-Figure. To go over the Build-A-Figure, first off, to mention the tail, right? And putting this tail on, woo, I had to use my man strength for this. Like, porting that tail in was not as easy as I thought. To get it completely fastened in there, had to really use my strong hand, child. I had to use my strong hand. But it's all good, though, because it's in there. And like I said, I like the hinges in the tail. I'm one of the few that actually do like the hinges in the tail. And the tail does give him balance. Before I put the tail on, I was seeing if I can actually balance him without the tail. And I could. Trust me. You could too. If I can do it, you can do it. I'm nobody special. But tell you the truth, this Lizard here, to go over the head, yes, they dropped the ball in this part right there. You can see the back of his neck right there. This should have been pink instead of green. So if you're getting shots with this guy, I would suggest you get shots like this, coming up from the bottom, maybe not, but having that mouth wide open like that. If you like to do ACBA, it's gonna be an eyesore. So, but the tail is quite long. A lot of people said they had a problem with the tail being long. It is what it is. I got no problem with it, but that's just me. The head does tilt and move this way. You can turn it. As far as looking up, he can look up this far. He can look down. Well, with this neck portion, he can look up this far and look down that far. When you put his head down, he can look further, even further down. So that's that with the neck and head portion. The arms pop out very easily. So if you press it to the limit, that arm will pop out. So as far as the arm not popping out and how far you can raise it, it's about a little less than 90, just a little bit less than 90. He does have full rotation on that arm. He does have a double jointed elbow. He does have a wrist hinge and also a wrist, it can swivel 360. As far as for his crunch now, his crunch, it's different from any other Build-A-Figure or figures that we've gotten. He wants to stand at a natural crunch hunched over about like this when you want to stand him, but he actually can get up forward to about like this. Will he stay? Not really, because of the knee joints that he has. So if you want to stand him up and then balance him with his tail, he can stand up or also look back. Let me get him this. If you straighten out his abdomen, put his feet on the ground, balance him on his tail, that's how straight he's getting. But the crunch is going to, he can basically ball up. So you can crunch forward about like this, back like that. He does have that swivel right here at the waist, which is cool. Also has thigh rotation here, and it does, you can move his thigh all the way up at the top near that hip. But that thigh rotation is there. The double jointed knee, you're seeing holes for a double jointed knee. It is double, it's not quite double jointed, right? It wants to stay, this is his knee straight out. I mean, you're not getting it any straighter than that. Then you can bend it back that far. That's where his knees are at, right there. Wish that could straighten out more. That's another gripe. That should be able to straighten out just a little bit more. But in the comics, he was quite hunched over quite a bit. As far as for feet, he does have an ankle rocker, and he does have a peg hole at the bottom of his foot. Also, he has a toe hinge, which we haven't seen that from Hasbro Marvel Legends yet, but now we have it here. In the Toy Biz days, they did it all the time. So as far as for Build-A-Figures go, I think this guy is definitely my #1 Build-A-Figure of the year so far. We're in the first quarter of the year, folks, and this Lizard Build-A-Figure is by far my #1 Build-A-Figure of the year. As far as Build-A-Figures that we have and that is produced right now, we have the Thanos Build-A-Figure, and we also have the, what is it? There it is, popped up at the bottom. Beat me to it. I beat myself to it. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you enjoyed how quick it was as far as going over all of it. Like I always say, be patient with yourself, be patient with your hunts, and if you're patient enough, even an egg can and will grow legs. It's been your boy, Plastic Addict. Love what you collect. Collect what you love. I'll see you next time on the next review. Plastic Addict out. Time.